share with you what is in my music teaching bag. So currently I teach piano, violin and theory in a variety of settings. So I teach from home studio, and also I go to students' homes and also at a few different music schools. So let's get started. This is my music bag, and it has two big compartments. I like to put sample music method books in the big one, and also a number of different things that I like to share with you that has enhanced the lesson and made it fun and interesting for my children and also adult students. So first I have a pencil case where I have pens, pencils, erasers and whiteboard markers. And I like to bring along a whiteboard with me, so it's almost about A4 size. And you can get them to trace treble clef or bass clef, or learn about note values, rhythmic patterns, or just note recognition. Second, I have color pencils. So these are safe for 2 years and above, and it really works really well with younger students and old students as well because of the burst of colors. And what's good about this pencil is it's a triangle grip. So currently I have the youngest student that I have is a 4-year-old, so it's really easy for her to hold on to the pencils. You can use these colored pencils to circle flats or sharps in the music, or just highlight something important. So the fact that you get them to actually physically do it, they actually remember better and know what to do. So you can say, practice the orange bubbles this week that you have circled, or the purple bubbles this week that you've circled, and it just makes it practice more interesting for them. Next I have some egg shakers. So to even offer the students 2 egg shakers does create a topic of conversation in the lesson. So it's really fun, and it actually came in more handy than I thought. So you can use, for example, in piano, you can use 1 egg shaker to learn the rhythm for the right hand part in treble clef, and then swap over to shape the rhythm for the bass clef in the left hand part. And then once they get the hang of it, you can get them to shake both lines at the same time. So no playing notes, but shaking the rhythm. So make sure you practice it yourself, because it's not as easy as you think as well. So it's a bit of a challenge for them, but they actually do like a bit of challenge once they get a hang of it. So for violin, you can just use 1 egg because there's only 1 line of music going, and then you can use the other egg to shake along with them. Next I have 2 lions here. These are my jumping lions. So this game I actually learned from the Australia Piano Pedagogy Conference from one of the workshops, and I've tweaked it to my version. You can use cars or little animals, up to you, but it's just that I have 2 lions here that I like to use. Let me show you what I do with these lions. So I called my game the Jumping Lion. You can start off with just 1. So on the very first lesson, once the student learn what is middle C, you can start playing the game Jumping Lion to find all the C's on the piano. You can start off your lion on the lowest C, jumping upwards and then jumping back down. And going back down. And you can also add a competitive edge by using a timer. Kids really love a bit of a challenge. The second level up is jumping octaves. So please make sure you practice this before showing it to them, because it can be a bit of a challenge. So like that. There you go. That's jumping 1 octave, so when you're teaching them about octaves. Or you can even get them to jump 2 octaves now, so it'll be like that. And then coming back down. And then third thing that you can get them to do is also jumping intervals. So when you learn about intervals, seconds or thirds or fourths or fifths or sixths or sevenths, you can get them to jump like a third. So C to E. And then come back down. there you go. Here are some of my ideas that I have came up with. Next, I have some music flashcards. These are from Bastien. So she has a series of myth books as well. It costs $4.50 USD for the flashcards. So these are really handy if you have no time to create your own. So I think there's a game you can play with a small group of students with these rubber bands. She has the game suggestion on her first page here. But for myself, because I just teach mostly individuals, I just use these for note recognition. So it starts off with the lowest B in bass clef, and it goes all the way up to the highest F on bass clef, and then it moves on to treble clef, G, and it goes to the highest D. So notice at the back as well, they have the answers of where to locate it on the piano. So it is really handy and really fun. Next, I have some key signature flashcards. So it starts off with C major, no sharps, no flats, and then it goes on to F sharp, 1 sharp, to 7 sharps, and then it goes to 1 flat, and then to 7 flats. So notice at the back of the flashcard it shows you the relative keys, relative major and minor. So these are very good flashcards for teaching about relative major and minor. And the next stack of musical flashcards is intervals. When you're teaching about intervals, there's seconds, thirds, fourths. It goes all the way up to octaves, and then it has clefs, it has time signature, basic 4/4, 3/4, 2/4, and then you have dynamics, loud, soft, and you've got sharps, flats, natural. So it's pretty comprehensive, so I highly recommend to invest in a set of flashcards if you don't have time to make them. Next, I have a Ladybug. I think it's called the Ladybug hand shaper. Let me show you how to use the Ladybug hand shaper. So first you put your thumb here on the nozzle, and as you can see it forms a curved hand shape with the knuckles being at the highest point. And the other side, like that. This is the bag that I use to put all the things I've mentioned in my bag. So my lions, my ladybug, my egg shakers, and my flashcards. Goes in here. There you go. So it's really compact, I can just put it in my bag. Next, I'd like to share with you something that's violin specific. I have dot stickers here, where you can use it to label the finger numbers on the fingerboard. So these are really useful as well for dotting the bow, so you can actually tell the student how much bow to use and what point to change the bow at. If you prefer line stickers, so I've used up my line stickers, so sometimes I improvise. You can use post-it notes and you can cut it up into thin strips and then put a tape over and then put it through under the strings, and you can have a line to label the finger numbers on the fingerboard. Next, I have the Student Dictionary of Musical Terms by Arthur J. Greenish. So I got this book when I was doing my grade 8 theory in year 2003 to 2004. So it's been with me for many years now. We're in 2017. So it has practically every Italian, French and German term that I need to be translated into English. So it has been really useful for my study then, and also right now for helping students prepare for just a general knowledge in the exam or theory as well. So it has something like that. It's just really short and succinct descriptions of terms, and students really enjoy it as well, to be able to know the answer on the spot. And next I have something fun to show you. I have my sticker collections. I got these from Kmart, and all these other stickers I got them when I was traveling in different countries. Right now the most popular sticker, as you can see, it's almost depleted, is my Snoopy stickers. And the second in line is the Tweety Bird. And I also got some special effect stickers, the puffy stickers, panda stickers. You can press them. And I got them from my Sichuan trip and during my music trip. You'll be surprised how much adults might also like stickers if you just ask them. So with the children and adults alike, it's not about the physical gaining of the stickers that they're after, it's more of about the sense of achievement. So I don't actually offer them every lesson, it's only when they've worked hard for it, or they've practiced during the week and they have improved in something, or it's like a milestone of finishing a method book, then I'll let them choose a big sticker. And I like to put all these stickers in a little bag like that, and it just fits nicely with the other A4 books in my bag. This is my iPad that I bring along to lessons. It's called Rhythm Cat. This is a free app you can download from App Store. It starts off with 3 levels, and as you progress on to higher levels you'll need to pay. But let me show you just the first level. One, two, three, four. So this game is really good for rhythm. You can send your students home to do this as homework during the week. It's really fun. Here is a summary list of what's in my music teaching bag. There are many things you can do with the iPad, such as recording videos or soundtracks of students playing with their permission and discussing about it during the lesson. Encourage them to bring their own phones or iPads to lesson so they can also have a record of it. For those who are preparing for exams, it can be very helpful for them to watch themselves play and build self-reflective skills. For those who are learning for leisure, it's always nice to have a record of their journey and watch their own progress through different pieces. So there you have it. This is my collection in my music teaching bag. If you're a new teacher starting out, I hope you found this video helpful. If you're an experienced teacher, I would love to hear from you any more interesting tips or tricks that you use to make your lesson fun and interesting. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe in the button below, and I'll see you in the next one.